Hello everybody, Buddy with Midland, Texas. This is kind of interesting new news here. District Attorney Laura Nodoff is not running for re-election. I was asked on YouTube, I was asked why the DA wasn't running for re-election. I told them, I don't know because our press didn't tell us that. But I wondered if it was because of some fact-filled emails that I've been sending to Mayor Blong and several members of the Midland City Council about the crimes and murders connected with the tunnels and underground homes. I informed these elected leaders that I had sent in a FOIA, Freedom of Information Access request, to the Midland Police Department for police reports dated before I moved here. I was denied access to police reports for my own home, and I was shot here with my phone lines cut. You can do that right now. There's a website, the information request website, and you just go and fill in your name and ask for police reports for your own home. And if they show you the police reports for your own home, most likely there wasn't a murder there. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. If there's a murder there, then I think they're hiding them. As seen attached, my exact words were, please send me records for calls to my house at 3802 Faircircle before I transferred into town around November 1st, 2008. I'm interested in any records for the previous homeowner, Mike Lawhon. This 27-year-old father died a few weeks before I bought this home, and I suspected he was murdered by the same people that shot me. Mike died the week before the 2008 Permian Basin Oil Show was going to start, and I suspect that's a factor since it's believed that the underground home in the backyard was used for the infamous after-hours oil show parties held during that time. And a former neighbor, Marilyn DeLuigi, told me twice that Mike died at this house, and she also said that somebody else died here before him. It makes sense there would be a police report or an ambulance called during that time. Officially, Mike died of an accidental overdose at his late mom's house in Fort Worth. My guess is that Mike was taken from Midland to Fort Worth to cover up his death and maybe flown there by rich oil men. A couple of days after Mike died, the Odessa American posted a death notice saying that Mike died in Fort Worth, but then 4 days later, they posted a second revised death notice and changed the location of death to say that he died at his residence. This would be this home in Midland and would confirm what Marilyn told me. That isn't all, though, as Aaron Packelhofer told me that 4 people had been died here before I was shot with my phone lines cut. And I also found proof that the back door to this home was kicked in sometime during the month that Mike had died. Maybe his killers kicked in this door and then overdosed him. A few months ago, a guy in West Odessa told me that the police had shot Mike in the driveway of this home, and Mike's brother, Brian Tennis, told me about a confrontation between him and Mike with a gun. One thing that we can be sure of is that Mike didn't die in Fort Worth as it was reported, and our police and elected leaders are hiding the police reports or the EMS reports to prove that. Here's the first responders request. There's the number. Anybody could, request that, but they'll probably hide it from you. That's kind of what they do here in Midland. They're hiding reports to cover up capital crimes and murders. And just like I said, the medical examiner says Mike died in Fort Worth. That was his mom's house. The Odessa American first said that he died in Fort Worth and then turned around and changed it and to say 4 days later that he died at his residence. And that's confirmed what the neighbor had told me, Marilyn DeLuigi, twice, And here, this is Aaron Packelhofer, and he's a Mason here in Midland, and he's the one that told me, I'm well aware of the many corruption accusations against the Midland Police Department, because they're famous for it. I'm not sure if it's a secret police scenario as much as it is pure criminal activity by the police. Pure criminal activity by the police. But if I can ask, there were 4 people who were murdered, died in your house. What are their names? That's very, very, very big right here. And see Lisa Frisk on there says, Aaron, invite Buddy to one of your Mason meetings, Ain't that weird? Why would she say that? She wanted me to know. Okay, here's Laura Nodoff, our district attorney right here, and then she's resigning. And the question's asked, is the real reason that she's resigning because Mayor Blong's asking how come the police records are being withheld and hidden from a crime victim that's looks like it's covering up capital murder of Mike Lawhon. And this is the door. On 10/28/08, the home inspector and I found the doorknob missing after being kicked open, but it was there on 10/1/08. As seen in this picture, Mike Lawhon died on the 12th of this month. I suspect his killers kicked this door in for killing. The back door right here, and I'm showing, here's the doorknob right here. It just happened to get a picture of my realtor, Janine Pruitt. Behind her was the doorknob, but when I closed on the home a few days later, that doorknob was kicked out, and Mike Lawhon was dead, you know. And it looks like he was killed here and taken to Fort Worth to cover up his murder. And it all happened the week before the 2008 oil show parties were gonna start in the underground home in his backyard. You know, I think some of our elected leaders and law enforcement, they have some questions to be answered. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.